What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out a title that I had actually never heard of until it landed inside my inbox. Normally, I'm pretty confident about having my finger on the pulse of indie games, but this one, complete and total surprise to me. So the way that the developers pitched this game to me was, they said, what if somebody made Project Zomboid, but it was set in the universe of XCOM? That is to say, what if we made a post-apocalyptic sandbox survival game with details a la something like Zomboid, but instead it was after the XCOM aliens have come, they have wiped out humanity, and now you're creeping through the wreckage of the old world trying to scavenge enough bullets and weapons and stuff like that in order to create a safe space for you to live out your post-apocalyptic life. I thought that that was a really appealing idea, and so today we're going to take a look at the game for about 30 minutes. It's sight unseen. This is completely blind. I have not played this game at all, so we may be putting our hand right next to the stove to get burned, but the descriptions sound awesome, so I figured I'd go for it. I also kind of have like the flu right now, and so I'm hopped up on like 850 trillion milligrams of Dayquil, because Mariah gotta sing, you know what I mean? That's really the downside to daily uploads, is that like, well, it doesn't really matter. Mariah gotta sing. You better take that Dayquil and get to it, son. So anyways, if you wanted to check this game out, I got a link for you down below in the description. You can check that out there. On top of that, you can also take a look down there, just in case you wanted to find a bunch of other Nerd Castle links. But let's go ahead and play some Alien Apocalypse. So here we are in game. I played around with the game for like an hour in between doing the intro and now, just to get like a feel for it and what we can do inside the game. It's a hard game, dude. This is a game, it's also very, very early on in its inception from what I've seen so far. And so we're going to run into buggy things like the procedural generation and whatnot may get in our way. An American football helmet. I'll equip that, but in the early game, we need to do all of the things that we would normally do inside of a Project Zomboid style game. Namely, we need to start scavenging and getting stuff done. I'm gonna hack this computer over here because the game does come with a very large swath of skills that all level up. You've got them in a bunch of little tabs over here. Everything from crafting skills to survival skills to combat skills, you name it. They're all inside of here, and as they level up, they've got these little skill trees that give you different passive bonuses towards that activity. We've also got our health on this side. We're gonna be hungry and thirsty real soon, and so we kind of need to deal with that predicament nice and early before anything else falls apart. We've got a brown hat over there. Oh, we got a water tank over here. Let's go ahead and drink off of that real quick until our water has been taken care of. That's at least one less problem that we got to fool with while we're inside the game world. The good news is I decided to start out with a different character type. We are no longer an influencer. We are now playing as an ufologist, and so we start out with a baseball bat, which is really, really nice. We've got acrobats pants. We got acrobats boots. My man's rocking just kind of like in the Saturday special right now, though. We got like some sandals and socks. We got some shorts. We've got a like I Wanna Believe shirt going on. Okay. Well, I'm going to swap out my shirt real fast. I'm also going to swap out, I guess I had trekking boots on. I thought I had sandals on, but anything's better than that. I'd also like to get myself some pants, like something that might protect my gribbly bits, like my squishy bits, a little bit better than what we've got right now. There's a bunch of books up inside of here, but the downside is you may have noticed we only have 4 slots inside of our inventory right now. Ooh, what are those? Post-apocalyptic pants? Yeah, dude. Equip those. I like the post-apoca pants. Post-apoca pants will get it done. It looks like we just started out inside of like a clothing boutique or something, although they do have a surprising amount of pressure sensors for explosives and stuff inside of here. Dead lady, you got anything? A metal ingot and some herbs. I will take the herbs, but I was hoping we would find a backpack or something inside of here, because until we get a backpack, we are gonna struggle a little bit with picking up new resources and stuff that can help us out. That door did not have an alarm on it, which is good. Oh, it looks like she just lives upstairs. How nice for you. I've always wanted to do that, dude. Like, run a business, but like I live upstairs. Equip the coat. It looks a little bit thicker than a t-shirt. We also have an adhesive bandage. I'm going to drop my gasoline, my laser wires, and I'm going to take the bandages because that seems way more helpful right now. Like, I get it. We all want to get out there and purge some filthy Xenos with like a flamethrower or something like that, but for now, ooh, another baseball bat. I will keep that in mind in case mine gets lost, stolen, broken, whatever else. Mostly books, though, that we have inside of here. All right, we're going to have to get back downstairs. Now, we don't have a map at the beginning of the game, and from what I've seen so far, the game renders, like, procedurally, and so we're just going to have to figure out the lay of the land by hand here. Just be forewarned, there are a lot of aliens outside, and just like early game in Project Zomboid, if you pull too many of them, you are going to get swarmed, and you are going to die horribly. And look at that, straight outside the front door, we already have worms that are ready to bop. All right, well, let's start putting some heat on them, I guess. We don't get the benefit of cleaving with this weapon, which is a bit of a downside. However, you can beat the fluorescence out of them, and if you smack the fluorescence out of them, eventually they go dim, and then they try to run away. They heal pretty quickly, though, so I would recommend killing them off. Respawn rates in this game, from what I've seen over the last hour of playing it, are a little bit too high as well. Like, you don't have the server controls that you have, so, like, when I play Project Zomboid, I turn off zombie respawns because I love having the satisfaction of having cleared out an entire chunk of town of zombies and being safe there. In this game, you're probably not gonna be able to do that. They basically respawn like right outside your vision line. We are hungry. I'll eat some bread right now. I don't know if that helped out a lot or a little, but anything that keeps me on the don't hungry side of things, or the not hungry side of things. You should be expecting me to say a lot of like weird things during this episode. Like I said, man, my bloodstream is basically all Dayquil right now. I did not have anything prepared for today, and I just had to do it sick, and so I'm going to be saying a lot of dumb stuff here today. Like, I'm not going to be choosing my words carefully. The good news is, that means that I'm going to be incredibly cavalier. I'm taking my sickness and my frustration out on just these alien assholes that are all over the place inside my city. It was such a nice, beautiful place until it wasn't. And then they really just aliened the whole place up, and now it sucks here. Let's go... Where's the door to this building? Is it on the front? It's a really weirdly shaped building. Can I climb through the window? There are like vaulting animations in this game, but getting them to work has been really, really tricky for me so far. That's going to be one of those things that the developers need to get that like intuitive. Climbing up over walls and things of that nature, it works like 50-50. I wouldn't recommend trying to do it on the fly while aliens are actually trying to murder you and chew parts of your body off. If you've got to climb up over something, do it when you are at peace and nothing is trying to kill you, would be my piece of advice. But it does have vaulting animations, but they kind of like are hit or miss as to whether or not they want to work a lot of the time. Kill a few more aliens. There it is. The aliens are down. The downside here is we don't know if there's an alarm on this building, but it looks like the door is already open. So I'm going to make a dangerous assumption that we don't have to worry about it. It's saying I'm thirsty again. I have found over the last hour that hunger and thirst meters, they go down way too quickly. This is a common travail that a lot of games like this run into, is that they expect you to eat like 500 steaks and drink like 80 water bottles a day. This game needs to cool down on that. One thing I really like about Project Zomboid is that in Project Zomboid, you eat like a solid meal and you're good till the next day, and it just doesn't bother you about your hunger anymore. The good news is it looks like we have a massive stockpile of food over here, which is hyper rad. What other stuff is lootable around here? So we've got American football pants. Okay. Camera rotation in this game is going to have to be worked out as well. They've got your Q and your E keys assigned to interaction and assigned to like opening up a radio menu. Frankly, for me, I hate radio menus, so I would say just 86 the radio menu outright. You don't even need that in your game. Radio menus suck. Just don't even have them. But that having been said, rotating the camera in this game is hyper annoying. They've got it on Z and X. I don't like it on Z and X. I'd prefer it be on Q and E. I don't know if we can like re-keybind that as it sits right now. I don't think key bindings are inside of the game in this current build, but keep in mind this is a very, very early on sort of prototype. Like, this is not a game that I think is coming out soon, although I guess I would have to check the release window. I can't pause the game, so, like, I can't really close the game to go check. But the release window for right now looks like it's 2026. I just took the risk and alt-tabbed and looked. Like, you can't pause the game, though, so once again, another thing to keep firmly in mind while you're playing. If you have to take a dump or something, this game is not going to be your friend. I would definitely recommend they add a pause to the game. What is that right there? A training katana? Like a kendo katana? That's kind of dope. Is it better than my baseball bat? No, it's worse than my baseball bat. Flatly worse than my baseball bat. Okay. We've got books for learning inside of there. And I can't get the interaction to work on this pile. It says that it's lootable, but I'm not finding it right now. So, like, oh, there it goes. I found a backpack. Yes, let's go. Okay, so equip the Oh, it's so big, dude. It's so big and beefy. Okay, so we've got a backpack. This has been a long-running problem that I've had with this game, is that backpacks are rarer than gold in this game. You are never going to find a backpack. At least I've had trouble finding backpacks. If I can cook, can I just throw the fish meat on there and cook it? Yeah, fry up the fish, baby. A little bit. I don't like fish, personally. I don't know about you guys. Are you guys like big fish eaters? I'm an atypical Hawaiian guy in the respect that I do not like fish one tiny bit. I don't like the texture of it. I don't like the taste of it. I've had select fish dishes that I can tolerate. Like, I really enjoy lemon pepper salmon or something like that. Hey, a bow? Yeah, I'll take that too. That sounds super good. Let's take a bow right this second. Let me rotate this around. We got a lootable over here that's got dynamite in it. Yeah, dude. What every responsible person keeps inside of their entertainment center, right next to the remote that has like the Netflix and the Hulu buttons on it, you obviously have to have just a triple stack of dynamite. Who knows when it'll become useful? And now, at this point in the game, I can actually start hoarding things, so this is good. Interact with the computer. Let's see what XP we get. We got sciencing XP. Okay, that's nice. Can I interact with the toilet? Yep, it's me, ya boy, taking dumps in the apocalypse just like we always done. That's one way in which this game doesn't measure up to Scum. For all of its flaws, one thing that I enjoyed tremendously about Scum is that you had a dump meter. And, like, sometimes, if you screwed up, you would just have to take a giant doo-doo dump right in the middle of a firefight, which was endlessly hilarious. Like, that was never not funny. We do have some bandages right there. I will take those in case we get wounded. We've got some alcohol. We could probably combine that if we can find a workbench. That's really where we're at right now, is I need to make a workbench, but we don't have the crafting skills in order to make it. Cloth rags would be good too, so that I could make a belt. It's like 9 o'clock at night right now. How hungry am I? Pretty damn hungry. I should probably do something about that. Let's eat the fish. Did the fish work out well for us? It did not. Fish did not have the calorie density that we were unfortunately praying for here. I've tried like shift click and everything too, and it doesn't look like there's an excessively fast way to loot stuff out of containers, though I would like there to be. I'm just going to grab as many crafting materials as I possibly can here. What else did I leave behind? Because when we... Oh my god, how the hell did he get up to the 3rd floor? That's super bad. Did he jump up here? My man's got hops. Sign this man up to play for the Warriors, dude. God knows we need it right now. Team looking real ugly at the moment. Oh, never mind. I'm on the 1st floor, and I'm just stupid and wasn't geographically aware of where I was at. All right, well, I don't want him to escape and inform the others, and so we'll beat him to death. Ideally, I'd like to kill, like, 6 to 7 million aliens and maybe leave, like, 4 or 5 of them to go back to where they came from to spread the message that humanity is not open for conquest, but I don't really have that decision right now. Do I have anything that I can just graze on inside of here? I do not relish the opportunity of eating an entire onion on my lonesome, but I think I left a bunch of food back upstairs in this place, so let me go loot it real fast, and then we'll get back to it, and we'll kind of see what we can graze on out here. I mean, I had some eggs I could fry up. It's better than starving to death, so I'll take that. The eggs surprisingly lowered the meter by quite a lot, and so keep an eye out for the old chicken babies, man. Them old chicken fetuses feeding us up good today. All right, let's get back around here. We're not that tired, so I think we can continue to cruise. I've got enough water to keep us squared away, but food is remaining kind of a principal problem right now. Like, I need to find some things that are cookable. Just beat this dude down. Don't give him a chance to hop. Like, the baseball bat's got a solid chance to knock back the enemy, and so that's why I like it. It cancels out their attack animations. We got another milk right there. We got some sticks, which maybe, now that we've got a bow, if I can find a crafting workshop, we can convert that into arrows maybe. That'd be super nice. We're not going to go thirsty, I'll tell you that. We seem to be okay there, and rice is cookable on any cooktop, so that'll be good too, just to get our food supply all nice and evened out. The menus in this game, they take some getting used to, so right-click closes every menu in this game. It takes a little bit of time for the muscle memory to take over, but I have found UI interaction and everything else to feel perfectly okay. I would like some more like options to move items around more quickly, like fast looting and whatnot, like shift clicking. That would be super nice, but the UI and the icons and whatnot, I'm actually a fan of as the game sits right now in its early infancy. All right, that guy's dead, and we step off of our plaza for the first time. How many aliens am I looking at dealing with here? There are bigger, nastier aliens, by the way. I would very much like to find a gun before we go head-to-head with them, or at least have some upgraded combat skills. I did want to loot this dead lumberjack over here, though. Wouldn't you know it, man? You go out to shop for new clothing and apparel, and you get eaten by the alien apocalypse. More rice. That's good. I'll take the rice. But we're going to have to kill this alien over here before I get to finish looting. Don't fight enemies on inclines in this game, either in the terrain or on stairs. I've noticed they land all kinds of weird attacks when you fight them on stairs and stuff. That's one of those things that it's risky. Try to fight them on flat ground when and where you can manage it. We did get a belt, which is good, so that'll give us even more inventory slots right there for later on. What we need to do is we need to find like a industrial zone or an area that has crafting workbenches and things. Looks like the mailbox is lootable too. Might as well. Rocks, herbs are good. I'll take herbs. Herbs are nice. I'll take the wood too, because no doubt we're going to need that for some kind of crafting later on down the line. We got a box over here. What's in it? A tortilla? Hell yeah, brother. Give me that fresh old tortilla right there. We're going to eat that up. We're going to make some pozole. We're going to make ourselves some carne and jugo. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be the best. Houses, they do have a tendency to sort of have alarms on them, so watch out for blinking lights inside of houses. If there's a blinking red light on the wall, it means there's an alarm, and you've got to use the hacking interface right here in order to hack the alarm. That way, if you open any window or door inside the house, you're not going to enjoy yourself. An alarm's going to go off, and it's going to summon like middle high tier aliens to come and absolutely kick your booty hole off of your body. Like, it's going to fly across the room like an old onion ring. It's going to be bad, dude. If there's a cooktop around here, though, like if there's a spot where I can cook, oh, there was stuff inside the oven, too. We got the queso over there. We got another strawberry. I'm beginning to think that we're actually kind of okay on eatable stuff. I'm going to read this book to get some cooking XP, because right now I'm limited to basically top ramen or, like, you know, Nissin noodles. Oh, I just heard a big scary sound. The big scary sound sounds like it's off to the right of us. I'm gonna stay low and pray it doesn't find me. I'm gonna hide over here by the toilet. Yeah. I'm a little scared for my safety right now. That is not a normal noise that occurs in nature. I believe I may have gotten myself into a situation. Okay, so he's over there. I was hoping that internally there would maybe be a door. Okay, let's just avoid him entirely. This building is, unfortunately, the interior's not being exposed when I walk into it, so their dithering's not working. These guys have farms and stuff over here, though. We got taters. We got all kinds of things to level up our crafting skill, and they have a cooktop. That's an alarm right there. Do not set off alarms in this game. It's not going to work out. It's going to be an awful situation. You are going to spontaneously die very, very rapidly. Close the door while we're here. And on the cooktop, do I have anything that I can feasibly cook right now in order to get XP? Don't add 2 of those. Just cook the rice. Okay, rice has been cooked. Cook another one. How's my cooking skill doing? Is my cooking skill doing anything right now? So for hacking, artisan, combat, survival, cooking's almost at level 1. When do I get so we get decreases the chance of turning your dish into slob? We get medium recipes at level 2. That would definitely be helpful. But knowing that there's a high-powered alien around, we kind of need to take it slow over here. I can't see worth a damn inside of here. All right, so I want to open my hacking interface, And we want to disable this alarm. I think it worked. So that's good. That's one less thing that we have to worry about, triggering that alarm. My thirst is approaching critical levels, but if I drink from a sink, it's loud. And so I'll probably... yeah, just drink some tea while we're over here. It'd be nice if after you drank tea, you still had the glass from it. That would be good. How's my thirst right now? Not great. Well, I got bad news. I just drank 5 cartons of milk, and my thirst is still not filled up. Once again, that's going to be a thing that needs to be balanced before the game goes into a release. Like, you should be solid on that front from, like, 1 carton of milk. We've got another bandage right there, which is good. We've got a poison vial. I don't know how useful a poison vial would be. Let's see if maybe we can get to a place that might have a workbench or something, because this is all, like, residential condos over here. Oh, no, we don't want that problem. Get low. Okay, so there's big scary dog guys over there. We are going to have to figure that out before too long. We are also hungry and thirsty as hell, and so that's all going to have to be taken care of soon, too. I don't think the aliens saw me, at least the big beefy one that was at the end of the road over there. So I think we're all right. The last time I tried to fight one of the big beefy aliens, he killed me so fast that it was unbelievable. So I'm guessing for the bigger, nastier dog-like aliens, you need guns. Unfortunately, we have not found guns yet. No guns have been acquired by Splattercat on this playthrough. Let's stay low. Oh, it looks like your cone gets larger while you're sneaking. That's the opposite of how I would think about that intuitively. Interesting. Okay, well, we've got more sticks over here. I'll take those, and we've got more wood, and we've got a radish. Are you guys fans of radishes? I like radishes in specific dishes. So, like, growing up in an area where we eat a lot of Mexican food, like, a lot of Mexican food, it likes a nice little radish garnish on top, you know? Like, it works out well. Not all the time, but sometimes. This vehicle, what's in here? A password. To open the box ID 1110 is B105. I guess I can bring that with me just in case we stumble across it. I don't think I've ever seen one of those boxes, but it seems like the kind of thing. There's a very old shotgun right there. I'll see what we can do with it. Maybe we'd be able to fix it. Oh, you can disassemble stuff too. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to see if I can get rid of some of these little shitters over here, too. There we go. Just put the knuckles to them. We killed one, but the other one got away. Not satisfactory as far as victory goes, but I can live with it. I didn't get to search this trash pile over here, and I would like to. Nothing. A light coat and some socks. Frankly, in real life, I think I'd actually be pretty happy if I found some socks. Socks are one of those things that you don't really appreciate until you really, really need them. But when you really, really need them, they're pretty awesome to have. Looks like we've got another set of buildings over on this side. This one looks like an audio store or something, maybe? Is there anything hackable inside of here? There is. I think we've been aggroed, though. Maybe. It might just be... oh, they're upstairs. Gotcha. Alright, well, let's dukes up. What other option would I have right now? Hopefully we're not making so much noise that the dog shows up. Hopefully that one also does not run around until the dog shows up. Alright, he's down. Hack the computer for XP. Okay. Drink some water for a second, too. Just to save our resources a little bit. Alright, water's looking pretty good right now. Let's start hitting some cabinets and things and seeing what we can find. We've got a spike and we've got a cloth rag. That'll help us out with our crafting. Definitely take that because we can make bandages out of it. We've got some more fish we can fry. It looks like we got some more eggs we can fry. We've got some kern inside of there. Everybody loves a good ear of kern. It looks like we got another crossbow bolt right there, which would be good to have. Looks like we also have more friendos coming in to visit us. Some tripwire, a glove. Yeah, equip the glove. Gloves are good. If they protect my hands, I'm happy with it. Actually, looks like they're like welding gloves. They look huge. There we go. Threats eliminated. Is that thing lootable? What even is that right there? Some kind of like trolley or cart or something. It's got passwords inside of it, so might be helpful. I don't really want the radishes, but at this point I'm so paranoid about my food levels that I'm picking everything up anyways, even if I don't prefer it, because as you can see, we get hungry every 8 to 9 seconds on this character. Do my eyes deceive me? Is that a workbench? It is indeed a workbench. So what can I do with a workbench? Like, if I've got tissues, I can make common bandages. I can make wood scrap out of stuff. I can make javelins right now. I don't know if I can disassemble that, but I can make a javelin. Let's try that out. Any kind of ranged weapon, if we go up against like the bigger, nastier dogs, feels like it'll be a big boon, because I don't want to fight them up close. I want to hit them from a long ways away. I want them to take a lot of damage before we get close, but strangely enough, there is no evidence in here of anything we can really use in order to make like arrows, just stick arrows or whatever else. We need 4 woods to make 1 stick, which that conversion feels way off to me. You should get like 4 sticks for 1 wood. Like a wood, in my mind, when I conceptualize it, is much larger than a stick, but maybe I'm wrong. We can't really craft too much right now, so I think we're just gonna have to live with our decisions and find other stuff in this area. Nothing but books inside of all of these. Is this the same? What kind of workbench is this right here? What does this do? Is it just a small version of the one that's over there? Because it looks like it has the exact same menu that it's got going on. Alright, well let me handcraft something then, because I have rags, don't I? I can make a belt, make another belt. Why not? Make a belt and then we'll tear up this belt in order to generate XP. A steel pipe. It does 8 to 10 damage versus the one that I have. Hell yeah, throw that in there. Let me get all my hotkeys set up, though. So the wood pipe appears to hit a lot harder than what we've got. I'll take that, hack that real fast, and then we'll go up to the top floor and see what they got going on up there. Looks like we have some kind of park or something off to the left. Might be worth going through, but I've got my javelins now inside my equipment, too. Do the javelins stack inside of there? I don't know if they do. How much damage do they do? 3 to 5? Oh, that's not that helpful. Okay, I can make roasted vegetables. That's good. Make some roasted vegetables. I mean, anything that we can refine here in order to level up our crafting skills, because it looks like the crafting in this game is consequential. If you're level 0 in a crafting type, you're basically helpless, and my character is level 0 at crafting, and so there's not really a whole lot that we can craft right now, so we're going to have to work on that. I don't see any other way around it. Ooh, a whole roasted chicken? That's got me feeling hungry. It's like when you go to the supermarket and they've got that hot box over by the deli that has the rotisserie chickens in it, dude. Cannot. Functionally incapable of walking past one of those chickens without salivating. I love those chickens. Those chickens are the best. I've never gotten good at cleaning a chicken, like actually like chopping up a roasted chicken. I always do a bad job at it, but like still, oh, we need 2 to make fried chicken. Man, but I want some fried chicky nug-nugs. On the plus side, I just cooked up all of our food, and my cooking levels are actually moving along nicely. At level 2, we get the medium difficulty recipes, which will be good, and so I'll keep that in mind as we go forward. Let me drink out of the faucet real quick. What am I doing for my actual stats right now? There we go. That looks better. And then inside of here, we've just got... How come so many people around here have, like, nightshade inside of their bathroom cabinets, man? I don't know what country we're in right now, but they all seem to be really, really interested in poisoning one another. Like, principally interested. Ooh, can I have that pot of food right there? Can I have that? In Zomboid, I could pick that up off the table. Maybe that's not implemented in this game yet. It's just, like, decorative. We've got a couple of ridiculous clown hats on one side. Fair enough. Another baseball bat over there. Don't have the crafting levels, though, to do anything sophisticated. And another medium backpack. Lucky, lucky ducky. I am tired. That unfortunately means that I gotta take a siesta right now. I have no doubt that something's gonna aggro me the second that I do this. But our meter changed colors from green to yellow, and I'm guessing that's probably not a good thing. We would more than likely rather keep that a nice, like a nice verdant color, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're going to want to stand up. We got bad guys coming. On the plus side, we now have a spiffy new pipe that deals a lot more damage. We just 3-tapped that alien, so that's good. If we do end up pulling one of those big gnarly dogs, having a better weapon is going to suit us. That area doesn't look like it's going to be that helpful. Man, I would kill for a map right about now. Like, I legit have no idea where I'm going inside the confines of the game. I'm just kind of like beating aliens to death and hoping for a victory. Looks like we can get out into the woods over there, which may actually be a better play. Like, making our first little settlement area where we're safe. I kind of like that idea out in the woods, but like, I gotta look over that hill right there and see what's waiting for us in the street. Is anything like waiting for us over there or like blocking our path? I don't see anything just yet. I think maybe we go north from here. I don't think I've gone that way yet. And see if we can work our way around. You just die. The less aliens on my planet, the happier I'll be, and the more the Emperor will shower me with his righteous rewards. We got more stores over here. I don't know if I'm down for another dip into, like, a big storefront, though. I do wish that my sight lines were longer in front of me. I also wish that I could zoom out further to, like, a macro scale almost. It just loaded a chunk right there, so... Oh, there's an alien. That's one of the big, beefy, gnarly ones, dude. I don't know if we can take him. He looks a little risky. Deeper into the forest, it looks like there's a little trail over here that leads to something. Right next to the giant energy gate that unfortunately has been arranged by our enemy alien forces. I'm assuming that should just block you off from having too big of a map or going up to higher tier areas inside the confines of the demo, but I wouldn't know. Fatigue's getting a little higher. We're not regenerating as fast as I would like to either. There's like a little hunter's cabin over here. How bad is it over here? I mean, a hunter's cabin runs a strong chance of having guns or something in it, maybe. And if we could just find like a Uzi or like a Glock or something, I'd be willing to try to take down one of those big nasty dogs. Yeah, just graze. It's fine. We don't need to really like cook anything up right now. We got an arrow. I mean, one arrow is better than no arrow. So my bow can now officially go on here. It hits for 10 to 12. Okay. Hunter's cabin, I figured it'd have weapons or something inside of it. Can I loot that weapons crate? A Glock! We got ourselves the glizzy, bro! I need ammo, though. I don't have any ammo. Does it have bullets in it? Is that a freaking broadsword? You feel badass holding this huge sword. Split them in half. I mean, when you put it like that, I kind of have to take it, don't I? I'm going to use this to just stockpile some of my nonsense. Ooh, I like the sound the sword makes when I swing it. It makes me happy. Hold on, I got to test it on something. Yes! Freedom! I'm like the William Wallace of humanity right now. A shotgun? Okay, you guys like really, really tempting me right now. There's got to be bullets around here somewhere, right? A switchblade and a dagger. Okay, so go to hunters' houses. That's what I've learned here today, is that of all the places you can possibly go to the hunters' houses. These guys are stocked up. They got all kinds of goodies for the end of times. He's got gasoline inside of his first aid kit, which is weird. If I pull out the gun, will it shoot? It will not. So it comes with no bullets inside of its magazine by default. All right, we'll break the sword back out just in case we need it. We will be the samurai of the apocalypse, the knight errant of the end times. We shall slay them all! I watched that Last Samurai Standing show this week. It's kind of like a very, very real I watched that Last Samurai Standing show this week, and it's kind of like an unrepentant knockoff of something like Squid Games, but frankly, I kind of liked it because it had samurais in it, dude. Samurais and like the Edo Sengoku period, like all that stuff, I love it. I can't help it. I just cannot keep my fingers out of the cookie jar when it comes to samurai stuff. It's like a big mansion over here. Okay, we'll hack his phone real quick. Yup, I'm in. We've got 50% resistance upgrades. We've got inside the microwave, there's some old rice and there's some gears. Some plastic maybe for crafting later on. You guys are coming in here just to mess up my domicile, aren't you? You're going to make this a pain in the ass. You know, I feel like a giant bastard sword should do a lot more damage than a pipe, and yet it doth not. Don't think I need to drink just yet. Don't think I need to get in there. Let's see what else we can find. So those cans of soup are really, really good for refilling your hunger. And we do get hungry every 8 to 9 seconds, so it might be nice to have. There's a bed over on that side. Water bottle. Can't loot the... Well, I can loot the desk, but it's got like a specific spot it wants me to loot. Just get down on some hunger. Yeah, dude. And then I don't know if sleeping's a good idea, but I don't know if sleeping's actually implemented yet. Sleeping does not have an outline on any of this stuff. Got more books, more jackets. Okay. Well, I see what they're playing around with here. Like, it's definitely apparent that they are doing exactly what they said inside of the presser that they sent to me. They're recreating Project Zomboid inside of a different setting. I find that to be compelling because inside the press kit they sent, there's these things called science tables, and at the science tables, you can actually reverse engineer the alien parts. I don't know how we find a science table as it stands right now, but I would like to find a science table, and you can reverse engineer alien weapons, you can reverse engineer their parts in order to get like all kinds of new things that you can build, grenades, bombs, explosives, stuff like that, energy weapons, and you kind of work your way through the survival sandbox the exact same way that you would do your research inside of something like XCOM. We haven't seen a lot of those things become apparent as it sits right now just because we're in the early game, and at the moment, I don't know exactly how many of these things are actually implemented, but the game is scheduled for a release next year, and so we'll kind of have to wait and see how they do with that stuff. It also looks like from the crafting list, maybe I was supposed to be focusing on building bombs and explosives a lot more. I didn't realize it till just now, but my crafting menu's been bugged out. I thought it just like, I didn't have the stuff, so it wouldn't let me select it. But no, it's actually like bugged out as it sat. I reloaded my game and it fixed it up. So you are going to run into bugs. One of the things that, ooh, a toolkit. That's always useful in games like this. One of the things I did notice while playing through the game is that their procedural generation for their world sometimes makes things that are non-navigable, like you're not able to get over the top of them, or they're super wonky in the way that they're implemented. So they'll need to tighten that up as well. Luckily, if the game's not coming out till next year, I think it's safe to say that they've probably got time to get all that done. Am I inside or on the outside of the house right now? Looks like I'm on the outside of the house. Okay, I gotta go around that way if I want to get out of here. But frankly, I've followed Project Zomboid since it came out on Desura in like 2011 or like 2012. The first time I saw Mathis play it, I went and instantaneously bought it. And so I was there to witness Project Zomboid when it didn't have anything but one city block. Honestly, I think the first demo that I played for Project Zomboid, they only had 3 houses, and then the street just spontaneously ended in a bunch of shadows and darkness. And so I followed Project Zomboid from its earliest infancy. This game is also in a very, very early infancy right now. Oh, what did we find over here? Oh, we found an ass whooping is what we found. We're about to get got. This is about to be bad. That's okay. We're kind of like at the end of the video anyways. So maybe... Oh, if he got me. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I don't know if I'm trapped. I'm stuck. I can't move. Why can't I move? I'm being forced to just sit here and watch myself get toasted by alien dogs and worms. Brutal. They may have some polishing left to do because I can't interact with my character at all right now. Like, I can't move. I just have to sit here. I'm pushing buttons like crazy and nothing's happening. Huh. I suppose that would probably be our end. Yeah, but it was fun, I guess, before we got took out by a giant alien dog. My thoughts are that it kind of feels like a simpler, more hollow version of Project Zomboid right now. Like the procedural world design, if it is indeed procedural, is kind of iffy. I think it needs more items, it needs more systems to interact with in order to catch up to the giant in the room. But I did have fun fooling around with the demo. Like, I did enjoy myself, and I do think that they have a really good premise of just Project Zomboid in a different setting. I don't know why my character bugged out right there, or if he even was bugged. He might have been like paralyzed or something like that. I'm not really too sure. But I think they've probably got some polish work left to do, and if they get it there, I'm always down for another game that's trying to tackle creating the sauce that made Zomboid so great and viral. Give them a year or so to cook, and we'll see what they've got later on. This is Alien Apocalypse. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. I'll see y'all later.